Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here, getting ready to play Craftopia. And if you end up enjoying my videos and stuff, make sure to subscribe. If you don't enjoy it, well, I understand. Part of the reason why I want you to subscribe is because by December 28th, I want to be able to reach 1,000 subscribers because that would be one hell of a birthday present. Anyways, today we're going to be getting into automating, well, rifle ammo. And I'm going to show you how ridiculous this is and some suggestions for the creators. I haven't fully plotted this out, but I can tell you the things you're going to need for setting it up. So you're going to need at least 4 furnaces. Like I said, I haven't plotted this out. So you're going to need 1 for charcoal. You're going to need, actually, I don't think you need 4 furnaces. You need 1 for iron. Yeah, I think I overdid it on the furnaces here. Unless I'm missing something that... Oh, I know why I got 4 of them. Uh, it's so that I had the ability to make, craft everything that I wanted to. But you need 1 for charcoal and you need 1 for iron ingots. Once you've gotten that, you're good to go. So let's get... Now that after that, I have to remember the process to get to the end result that I want. So do we have it? Here we are. We have an automatic. Let's set that down. In order to get to rifle ammo, we need iron ingot and gunpowder. To make gunpowder, we need a crafting and aging facility. So that's going to be for iron. And we're going to need an aging facility. We're also going to place down another one of these, but we need to make sure to have room to put belts in. So we'll throw that one right there. So that will be charcoal. Then we need to throw down one of these because we need to make black gunpowder. So charcoal into that should be part of what's needed for black powder. I do hope they make this a little bit better. So for that, we're going to need a saltpeter and charcoal. So we're going to need an aging facility. And we're going to need 2 aging facilities. One for bioethanol and one for saltpeter. So we'll set up a saltpeter right next to this spot here. So next, here we are. So there's saltpeter. After that, we're going to need bioethanol because we're going to need black gunpowder to make, and bioethanols. So, hold on a sec here. Like I said, I haven't planned this out completely. I just got the basics. So once we get black gunpowder, we need bioethanol. So we can put if this is going to be black powder, we can put a bioethanol. And ethanol, if this is black powder. Alright, so there's the saltpeter that will get us that. We can throw down a chest here. We may have to move this over some so that we can throw down a sulfur container here. Sadly, they don't have a container that allows stuff to go in and out. That would be, oh, you mother flip nuggets. I need to put down a talisman here to prevent these guys from spawning back. Which we can make one of those, I think, in the furniture. And I forgot what the hell it takes to make one, but we're definitely gonna have to make one. Because I don't want them destroying this. So we got sulfur, we've got charcoal, we've got saltpeter. In order to get saltpeter going, let's actually set this up for that. Infinite. So that means we're gonna have to set up a chicken farm setup somewhere. I'm probably gonna set it up right here and set up a vacuum. Actually, I may have to move all this forward by one because, like I said, pretty sure this game shouldn't be a whatever you call it, a factory building game. So one thing okay. Anyways, I got distracted there for a moment. One suggestion I would like to make to them: shrink these down so that they only take up the size of one foundation. Like super shrink them, like so that they only take up one foundation. That will be greatly appreciated. So we're gonna move this all forward one. I don't know if I have enough stuff for it, but like I wish I had planned this out better. Because then I could be like, oh yeah, this, that, this, that, and you guys could be like, oh yeah, sweet, awesome. But right now I'm kind of just stumbling around and just being like, what the hell am I doing? Alright, furnace. That should be that, and that, and that. Okay. We're gonna have to throw down more of these. And this is why I'm suggesting they shrink the size, because holy mother of flip, do you need so much space. And this is just for automating rifle ammo. This isn't automating anything else. Like, it's gonna take, if you want to automate certain things, and for example, if I want to automate rifles so that I can tear them down into refining shards, that's going to take a minimum of 6 crafters and at least 1 smelter, and it's all going to take up a lot of space. That's just and that's just trying to make rifles. It's ridiculous on the size. All right, so now that we've got that, we're going to need this. Alright, so now we can turn this into black powder. No, not that. Once we turn this into black powder, we can then we're going to have to look towards making gunpowder. Which, when did it? Yes, okay. So that's the saltpeter, that is the charcoal, that is sulfur. Next, that's the black powder. Next, we're gonna need another aging facility. Where the hell is it? This one is going to be bioethanol. Oops. Because we need bioethanol for that and gunpowder, so that goes to there. So these two will come out to... Oops. Come out over here and combine. So we're going to extend this out, and then we'll place down another, realistically, you don't have to make it straight. You can also curve around and zigzag up and down, and you can reduce the amount of space you need. but I'm kind of lazy. And my goal is just to simply show you guys how ridiculous this is going to be. And I need to chop down that tree. Alright. Next is the next aging facility. Where the hell is he? There we go. I don't know why it doesn't hold that. And the reason why I'm leaving a space in between is for belts. Because now I can put a belt here, and then put a belt that goes to here, and then have a belt that goes into here. So this will feed onto this and onto this. And then we can put this one as gunpowder and autocraft. Did I set this one to autocraft? No, I did not. Autocraft. Alright, we're gonna need to set up a wheat farm thingy here, which means we're gonna have to set up some wheat around here, which I can place down a farm here. The saltpeter, I can easily deal with that by placing little conveyor belts right here and have chickens on a conveyor belt going in circles, have a fan that blows the poo off, or blows the poo off here, and there you go. And then, and a few other things. I'm gonna have to move the walls forward, or I can put it where there's a sucker that sucks it, and then it drops onto the belt and goes in. But anyways, I forgot about the wheat. So now that we've got that and that goes to the gunpowder goes to that. Now we need to make rifle ammo, which means we're going to need one of these, which means we've got to extend this out more. At least enough to... Oh yeah, oops. We're going to make sure everything's covered here. And then once we get this to the iron bed, which we're going to have to set up a storage container for iron, and that's going to have to be manually fed through a smelter, which I'm going to have to figure out where that... I'm going to probably put a smelter somewhere around here. And then we're starting to get pretty close to the iron. Part of the reason why I wanted to choose this area was because it's close to copper, silver, and iron, and then I can simply jump down anywhere I want. So now that we've got that, we need to get the stupid AG facility back. Alright, so there's that and that. Next will be this autocraft. That means that will come out. So we need to extend this at least 3 more. Speed build. That's the fun part about this. But you can see why I want them to shrink these down to the size of about 1 foundation instead of 2. As you can see here, actually they're 3. They're the size of 3. If they shrink that down to the size of 1, I could compact all of this, all of it, basically back to about here. In other words, saving me so much room. Anyways, now that we've got that, we're going to have to leave a gap. I hate that. Leave a gap. There we go. Now that we've got that, we can select ammo, rifle bullets, autocraft. Next, we're going to need another storage to hold all of this. But now that we got that, we need iron, so we need to put down a... We're going to have to put a down here, a belt here. So we're going to have to put a smelter and a storage, or actually, no. I wish there was a storage that allows you to store stuff and something that allows like the opposite of storage. So if I decide I want to dump a bunch of material into it, and then I can set it to go or flip a switch and it turns on and it starts dispensing, that would be awesome. I know they have basic things like the pipe, which I might actually do some of the pipe running when I'm using storage chests, but for now we're going to chop down some of these trees. Besides getting all this set up, we're also going to need to set up you're dead, a couple other items. So I gotta look where my smelter is. We're going to have to set up a belt and a couple of other items. So that is right here. We're going to need a belt, which means we're going to need a drone guy. I don't know if I can... Oh, yes, okay. So I may end up having to change this later, but we're gonna need to put one of you guys down. Yes, you're gonna need rotating saw guys and stuff. And he will go to town chopping. I can't summon any more rotate... What? Is there a place that's summon these guys? Be careful. If you get, like, right in front of him, maybe he's broke. What? Oh, no. Mother flip nuggets. Did the game... I think the game broke. Normally, this doesn't happen. So there must be, like, rotating saw guys out there somewhere, reproducing somehow. Because there are wild one of these, or at least there used to be. And this guy is broke, so I'm going to have to figure out what the hell is with this. But basically what his job is, what he'll do, is simply run around chopping trees, chopping bushes, chopping everything, chopping wheat. Because he's a basic one, he chops anything that's choppable and will try to chop it. And then what this guy will do is run around picking up all the wood. He'll drop it onto the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt will take it on through here. And then you'll have it feed into this. And then it will simply start cooking the charcoal. Then for this, where I set up my chicken farm, somewhere like right around here, the chickens then set up a set process so that the poo gets sent into here. It doesn't have to be chickens. You can do cows and you can do humans and other things. But you set it up, have the conveyor belts, it runs, it feeds in here. You throw the sulfur in here, and then bam, once these are all done, they'll feed into here. Set up a wheat farm. I need to flippin' set up a stupid talisman here. But you can set up a wheat farm. They get chopped up. They get moved up, pushed onto the conveyor belt. They go through here, get feed into here. Then this makes the black powder. That makes the ethanol. They go to here, go onto that, and go into there. Then that goes into here. And then you set up a furnace and a storage, depending on how you want to do this. I want to set up a storage. So we'll have a storage set up right here. Then we'll have a conveyor belt that feeds from here over to here and into here. So that will take care of iron. So now we have everything set up for that. And yeah, this was for copper and silver, because you're gonna need that for later. So at this point, we're gonna get up high. Oh, okay. And you can see it takes up quite a bit of room. And this is just for ammo. Imagine if you're trying to automate a bunch of other stuff in the process too. It becomes ridiculous. So that is my one suggestion, is to cram this all down, shrink the size down of all of these to at least to only 2 foundations, preferably 1, because this game isn't supposed to be about building. It's supposed to be exploration and having fun. Or it is about building, but it's more about exploration and quest and story. It isn't about setting up gigantic super factories. Because with the way they have the game currently, yeah, setting up a super factory is going to break your frame rate. Like, easily. No ifs, ands, or buts. And that's why I'm only setting up this. I will fill in the rest of this with everything else I need, and I will get I will bring my chickens over and set them down. I'll figure out how to get him fixed. I'm gonna have to set down a talisman over there and a talisman over there to prevent those idiots from being made. And if you're wondering what the talisman is, I think this machine can do it. Stop. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, where is... Oh, I may not be able to do it with this machine. I may have to make a, not this, an auto furniture, or go to the furniture to make it, which I'll probably will. And I'm gonna have to figure out why the hell my one guy is broke. Alright, well, I've covered the basics of everything, all the machines you're gonna need for automating rifles, rifle rounds. Actually, let's check this out real quick. It's basically the same setup for all of them. In other words, minus a couple machines. In other words, so that this is going to take gunpowder and iron ingots. This is going to take gunpowder and iron ingots. So what you have for these 3, it's all the same. For this one, you simply remove this machine and this machine. In other words, you remove these 2 machines and just use this. Oh, these 3 machines. So if you're making old gun model ammo, you remove 3 of these machines. But I highly recommend making rifle instead, because that is significantly more efficient. You're gonna get much more out of it and more rounds, because 1 gunpowder and versus black powder. If you look at black powder, it takes all of this to make 1 black powder. Personally, it should make 10 black powder, and 10 black powder plus the bioethanol should make like 15, in my opinion. Maybe 20, in other words, double it. But yeah, 1 black powder versus gunpowder, and if you look at this, this takes 1 black powder and bioethanol, and you get 10 gunpowder. You get 10 times the amount of materials. Oops. I would have liked to have gotten this up and running, and as I said, I kind of screwed up in the beginning, not because I didn't plan any of this out. But I didn't. This is all the basics material you need in order to get this. You don't really need a storage chest. You could simply throw it into the machine. In other words, you could simply throw in a batch in here, but I'm lazy. Die. Here. Actually, you hit pretty hard. Hey, come back here. There we go. Anyways, for now, I'm going to call it here. Next episode, once I get all this all set up on off camera, I'm going to start hunting field bosses. And then in other words, I'll hunt down one field boss. Then I'll come back and work on this place again. And in other words, I'll build up higher, probably build something else, all that fun stuff. So if you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble and have issues in the beginning with setting this up, please like. If you didn't, I understand. I mean, I wasn't that prepared for this. I could have done this a lot better, but hey, at least now you know. For those of you who are curious. Now as for him, I have no clue what the hell happened there. But still, I'll probably figure that out off camera or make a new one. And if you want to see more of this series, make sure to check out the in-screen credits, as I will be doing more. I also do play other games in the process, so you can also check out my channel if you're curious about what other games I play. And if you want to be added on to the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain amount of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed and you come back for more. Even if you're not subscribed, I do videos every day. Yee. And I'm going to try and run out the rest of this time so that everybody else can be acknowledged before I end my video. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Alrighty. For now, bye-bye.